Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that so many of us are familiar with, the wild world of modern dating. Swipe left. It sounds so simple, but we all know it's a universe of its own, filled with excitement, confusion, and a whole lot of questions. Is this really the future of finding love? Let's rewind a bit. Not too long ago, meeting someone meant chance encounters at a coffee shop, being set up by friends, or striking up a conversation at a local event. Now, our pockets hold a universe of potential partners, all just a tap away. Dating apps have completely revolutionized how we connect. They've given us access to people we might never have crossed paths with otherwise, breaking down geographical barriers and expanding our social circles in incredible ways. For busy professionals or people in smaller towns, this has been a game changer. The convenience is undeniable. You can browse profiles on your lunch break, on the train, or from the comfort of your couch. It's dating on your own terms, on your own schedule. But with this convenience comes a new set of challenges. The sheer volume of choices can be overwhelming. It's what psychologists call the paradox of choice. When you have hundreds of profiles to look at, it can be harder to make a decision, and you might always wonder if someone better is just one more swipe away. This can lead to a kind of disposable dating culture where connections feel fleeting and easily replaced. We're judging people based on a few carefully selected photos and a short bio. It's easy to forget that behind each profile is a real, complex human being with their own stories, hopes, and insecurities. So, how do we navigate this digital sea without getting lost? Let's talk about creating a profile that truly represents you. The first temptation is to create a perfect version of yourself. The best photos, the wittiest bio, listing only your most impressive hobbies. But authenticity is your greatest asset. Your profile should be an honest and inviting doorway to who you are. Use recent photos that actually look like you, a mix of a clear headshot, a full body picture, and some shots of you doing things you love. This shows different sides of your personality. When it comes to your bio, be specific. Instead of saying, "I love to travel," try something like, "I'm always planning my next trip, and my dream is to see the northern lights." This gives people a hook, a conversation starter. Don't be afraid to show your quirky side or a sense of humor. That's what makes you unique and memorable. Once your profile is set, the real adventure begins, the swiping. It's easy to get into a robotic rhythm of swiping left and right, but try to be mindful. Take a moment to actually read the bios. Look for common interests or something in their profile that genuinely piques your curiosity. It's about quality over quantity. Swiping right on everyone to see who matches might seem like a good strategy, but it often leads to a long list of conversations that go nowhere. Being intentional with your swipes means you're more likely to match with people you have a real potential connection with, and that brings us to the first message. The dreaded, "Hey, we can do better than that." The best way to start a conversation is to show you've paid attention. Mention something specific from their profile. "I saw you went hiking at that spot last month. I love it there. Have you tried the waterfall trail?" Or, "Your taste in music is amazing. What's the best concert you've ever been to?" This immediately shows you're genuinely interested and you're not just sending the same generic message to dozens of people. It makes the other person feel seen and valued, and it sets the stage for a much more engaging conversation. Ask open-ended questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. This encourages a real back and forth. Now, let's talk about a common hurdle, the conversation fizzling out. You've been chatting for a few days. The banter is good, and then crickets. It happens to everyone. Sometimes people get busy. They're talking to multiple people, or the initial spark just wasn't strong enough. Don't take it personally. The digital world can feel impersonal, but it's important to protect your own mental energy. If a conversation dies, let it go. Don't waste your time trying to revive something that isn't working. Your energy is better spent on new connections. The goal of a dating app is to get off the app. If you're having a good conversation and feeling a vibe, don't be afraid to suggest moving the conversation offline. It doesn't have to be a big formal date. Suggest a low-pressure meeting, like grabbing a coffee or a quick drink. This helps you find out if the chemistry you feel online translates to the real world. Of course, with meeting strangers comes the need for safety. This is non-negotiable. Always meet in a public place for the first few dates. Let a friend know where you're going, who you're meeting, and when you expect to be back. Share your location with them if it makes you feel more comfortable. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. You are never obligated to stay in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable. Your safety is the #1 priority. It is okay to end a date early and politely leave if you're really not feeling it. One of the biggest emotional challenges of online dating is managing expectations. It is easy to build up a fantasy of who a person is based on their profile and a few chats. But it's crucial to remember that you don't really know someone until you spend time with them in person. Try to go into dates with an open mind and a sense of curiosity, rather than a checklist of what you're looking for. Be open to being surprised. The person who seems just okay on paper might have an incredible personality that blows you away in real life. And let's not forget the emotional toll. Facing rejection, ghosting, and conversations that go nowhere can be draining. It's so important to practice self-care. Remember that your worth is not determined by how many matches you get or how many people reply to your messages. Take breaks from the apps when you need to. Delete them for a week or a month. Focus on your hobbies, your friends, and your own well-being. A happy, confident person is always more attractive. If you find that the dating process is really impacting your mental health, it's always a good idea to talk to someone. Whether it's a friend, family member, or a mental health professional, there's no shame in seeking support. So, is it possible to find a meaningful relationship through a screen? Absolutely. Thousands of people do. But it requires a different skill set than old-school dating. It requires patience, resilience, and a strong sense of self. It's about using these tools to your advantage without letting them control your emotional state. See dating apps for what they are, an introduction service. They are the start of the story, not the whole book. The real magic happens when you log off and connect with someone face-to-face, sharing real moments and building a genuine bond. Navigating the new age of romance is an adventure. It can be messy, it can be fun, and it can be frustrating, sometimes all in the same day. But by being authentic, intentional, and kind to yourself, you can make the journey a lot more enjoyable and a lot more successful. What are your experiences with modern dating? Share your stories and tips in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.